just seems quite crazy at the moment.
Oh, really? So it was a bedroom for a while?
It was a bedroom for a while, so yeah, it's good.
I've seen a lot of studio spaces turned into bedrooms.
Yep.
Or so more like squats.
Exactly, and that's kind of what it was. So we've been doing hit or miss stuff in people's garages to try to keep going, but it's been tough. So just the one band, just Condor.
Oh, so you're back with Condor?
Yeah.
The same singer?
No, different singer.
Different singer.
That's the thing. Yeah. So we had so much trouble getting traction with the that first singer that we just kind of just let him have his space and move on. So
he had another band going too, though, right?
He did. He had kind of like a Zeppelin-y kind of,
Yeah.
I don't want to say cover band, but definitely heavily influenced by.
Okay. I could see that. Yeah. It had a kind of a Zeppelin. What would you say? Zeppelin-y voice.
To use Zeppelin as a adjective? Or,
yes, yeah. Zeppelin-y.
Or action verb or what?
Exactly.
Is that the first time? Can't be, right?
Oh, no. It's been in print somewhere, I'm sure.
You're Jimmy Pagin. Yeah.
Jimmy Pagin it. He's planting it up. That's what he's doing. He's planting it up.
You don't want to bond him. Yeah.
So who's the new singer?
We're actually right now we've got a singer, Emma, who's doing some good stuff, and she's an up and comer. We're trying to get her kind of
Okay. Oh, so female singer.
Yeah, female singer. Try to get her feet wet. We're just going for singer these days. In this woke day and age.
Is that?
I'm not going to say female singer. She's just Emma.
Oh, right. I get it. Okay.
But it's good stuff so far. We got a guitar player rocking with us too, Casey. This guy, he played in he still plays in Red Wizard. So he just ended up kind of coming into the fray.
I met him that one time we went to.
Yeah, real tall Nordic looking guy, kind of a baby Dolph Lundgren kind of character.
Was he playing? Did he play at that one show we saw? Who is your other friend's band that we actually jammed with that one night?
Buddy Donner. Yeah, you saw probably maybe Buddy Sabbath or something like that.
No, it was the guys that we jammed. I'm drawing a blank.
Electric Quest guys.
Yeah. I still listen to them.
Oh, they're great.
I like them. I've shown them to so many people. I'm like, check these guys out.
Great Electric Quest.
Yeah,
they're phenomenal.
They definitely kill that genre, man. I like it.
Is it Sabbath style? Or
no,
it's almost like
this is like an early to mid '80s.
Yeah,
like.
Hairband?
He does this a lot.
Kinda,
yeah, he does this. Almost like a DOS guy.
Yeah,
he always does this, though. I love it.
Incredible guitar work.
Oh, yeah.
The drummer, just one of the most phenomenal drummers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just anyway, very Bonham inspired as well.
I can see that.
Could bring back the Zeppelin-y.
And
a bass player that used to be a guitar player that just shreds the bass like nobody's business. So.
I just remember he had like the demon head that he put on.
Oh, the Anubis, yeah.
What is it?
It's the Anubis. Yeah, the Egyptian.
He that's what it is.
It's all paper mache. His wife Karube made it. It's beautiful.
Cool.
Have you you said mask? Have you seen the Necro Goblin Con?
No, but I'm interested.
Yeah,
you got to look this up. The lead singer is a goblin.
Okay,
and he wears full makeup, pretends he's a goblin.
Yeah,
all everything, and you got to just check it out.
Is this like bordering on GWAR? We're getting into GWAR.
Yeah.
No, he's the only
guy. Is
guy.
there a worm involved?
No.
A big worm that shoots fake blood at you?
Oh, man, I'd love to see it. I haven't seen a show in so long. I mean, a show like that just seems like,
I was going to ask you, I
feel like that's going to get more popular, like when things come back, just like over the top shit.
Theatricality.
Yeah. I like it.
Getting close, sweat.
I had, not even that long ago, maybe 5 years ago, I had a coworker that saw GWAR. And, I guess the thing to do is you get a white t-shirt. And you go and you just keep, it's basically a tie-dye t-shirt after that. You would just wear it to work. Yeah, it's my GWAR shirt.
I'm actually from Virginia where, GWAR's a hometown hero. They're out of Richmond. They went to the local art college, VCU. I've actually been to their compound. They have I guess you would call it industrial compound in the warehouse district of Richmond where they would throw a GWARbecue once a year. And they wouldn't play, or every now and then they would play, but outside of costume. But they would just invite every local band for 100 miles in every direction, and they would just pour the cheapest liquor, the cheapest beer, and it was just a calamity of a party.
Yeah,
that was an amazing thing to see.
It seems like they would do like the thing, I don't know if you've ever done this for like Halloween, where you get a bunch of pop-off and punch or something in a big bowl, and you throw like the dry ice in there.
I've seen it, yeah. It looks like a hangover in a bowl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but they would just sit there and pour you shots out of these gut rot bottles of vodka and stuff like that. And just
so you met the band?
Yeah, to say you met them, I was with hundreds of other people. Just taking shots with them. But
that's still rad.
Close enough, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Must be so hot in those costumes, though. I can't even imagine. Just
I've seen them once, and same thing. Oh my god, yeah, just the the costumes are phenomenal, but they look like, I can't understand how they play in them, you know?
Right.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
What did they do? They did like an AV club video. I think they did Carry On My Wayward Son. Like, they just...
So they really are playing. It's
they're
not
playing,
like...
yeah, they're amazing musicians, and to see him kill like a Kansas cover is, you know, something to see. In full costume, the whole getup, you know?
Nice.
So
you guys got the rehearsal studio back?
we're
kind of?
not quite yet. I think we're going to be
Move the other
there
guy out,
late October. Late October. We're gonna, because we kind of have like a busy October with a bunch of travel and stuff like that. So we can't really make too much use of it till early November. We're going to try to get it in the next couple months.
Oh yeah.
And just get back to work on this album. We had this album just 2/3 of the way done, and we were just missing this element.
Right.
And then
basically just the vocals, right?
It was just the vocals, but now we've got this guitar player, so we're gonna have to do some remixing. Pull some upper octave tracks out, and let this new vocalist find their path. But once we do, it'll be awesome.
Cool. And where are you recording that at? Or where did you record?
We recorded with a friend of ours, Dave Russell. It was down, where were we? We were down in like Lemon Grove or something like that.
I remember, you said it was like way down there.
Yeah, it was down in City Heights, I think it was. And, it was a home studio, but a comfortable one. So.
Yeah. Were the prices pretty good?
Yeah, very reasonable.
Nice.
I think we still owe him some money. So that's how reasonable he is.
Yeah. Nice.
When do you think? You playing at all, or?
So I had like a little thing started with this, met this bass player / singer guy on Craigslist back in, I want to say February or something. And then the guy, I mean, he had a few albums that he recorded, and it was pretty good. I liked it. But I guess he was trying to kind of restart something. And then so we were just practicing in his garage. It was all his music, basically, which I ended up kind of hating. I thought I would like it. I was like, oh, cool. It'll just kind of
Did he make you
do
play?
whatever he says. Huh?
Did he tell you what to play? Or
he literally had the music recorded already with other musicians, and I tried to play what they were playing. So it was very much... But, I kind of put my own little thing. But
I mean, it's good musically to be able to do that. And it's another, like, if you can do it well, it's a great skill to utilize. But it is a little soul-crushing sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could have made it work. He seemed actually pretty open. Like, I was also open to, like, let's play these songs, and we'll get these down, and at least have a little set or whatever. Yeah. Find a drummer, and then, and he was all for it. And then also all for, collaborating as well. And then the last time we played together was at I don't know if you know the rehearsal studio. I can't think of the name. It's in, or is it Miramar? And it's like they have like rooms, and there's already I could look it up, but there's like a drum set. They have everything.
Oh, so it's ready to go. You just walk in and
it was a little pricey. I think it was like they raised the price. It was like $25 an hour or something like that. Which, that was cool.
For all the gear.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You don't have to bring all your own shit. But we played there without a drummer, which was kind of... I felt like he was kind of all over the place a little bit, too. He was like, a little rusty also. Plus, I was probably a little rusty.
Without a drummer, that's a dangerous situation.
Right? But, I mean, I think it went pretty well. But then he was kind of older, and he was actually a graphic designer, I was saying. But, I went to his house a couple times. He had a nice house. He had like this, I think it was like a 200-gallon fish tank. He was all obsessed with like fish tanks and stuff. But he was a cool dude. But basically, the last time we played, the lockdown was literally like the week after or something like that. So I was just like, oh, great. I finally had something kind of promising, I thought. And then, I don't know, he seemed pretty paranoid about it. And I texted him a few times, like just trying to stay in touch. And the last time I texted him, well, we were actually texting back and forth a little bit, and he sent me, because I got a new guitar with my refund, or no, with my the stimulus money. I got a stimulus guitar.
We're gonna have to take a sidebar here. What'd you get?
I got a another GNL.
Oh, okay.
It's the Doheny, so it's basically a Jazzmaster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll have to show you a picture, but
I love a Jazzmaster.
Yeah, so I was texting him about it and stuff, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting this 12-string Don Electro." I was like, nice. But I was pretty jealous about that. That was the last I heard from him. And then I actually hit him up for this podcast, and he never got back. So
gotcha.
Who knows? I mean, it is what it is, I mean, it's not like we could play a show anytime soon.
It's hard to get people motivated. I mean, I spent all last fall getting that dance band together. We did the whole, literally 6 months. Yeah. We did this whole thing. We did our first show, I want to say it was February the 8th. It sold it out, killed it, just exactly the show we wanted to play. We had so much momentum built up, and then boom.
That's rough. Yeah, that's
same
rough.
thing. There's a lot of
band.
What's that?
How many piece band?
The dance band was a 4-piece. Me and the same drummer from my other band. We're in a prog rock band, and I kind of pulled my drummer into a dance band, which is not his forte. But I wanted to kind of just do something a little different and just bust out some chops on the other side. And we joined a guy who had a band previously, so he's a singer, guitar player, keyboardist, and then he got another guitarist, backing vocalist, keyboardist. So two keys, 2 guitars, 2 vocals, and then just me and my drummer as a rhythm section. So a lot of fun. We had an album ready. Basically, we had 8 songs, I think, 9 songs ready to go. Like I said, first show at Winston's. Basically, I think we sold it out. A great response.
That's a cool spot.
And then a month later, we're cut off. And same thing, a little paranoia within the band. Nobody really wanted to keep.
Plus, it's like when you lose that kind of momentum.
When you lose the momentum, or somebody can't, a couple of us were like, yeah, we can do it with masks or something if we still want to jam. And we got, 1 or 2 guys like, I don't know. So you don't really want to push anybody into it.
Yeah.
And, you don't want to be that jerk that gets somebody sick. So you just kind of say, I'll see you when I see you. And then it just becomes month after month after month.
Yeah.
Motivation.
It's been, 6 months now?
Does slip,
Yeah.
That's rough. I mean, even when you miss a couple practices and try to get back into it, I remember it's like,
exactly.
Sometimes you just kind of, don't have the vibe or whatever.
I also forgot how much inspiration I draw from shows, from seeing live music, and it's very difficult to just generate ideas when you're not going out to a show at the Poorhouse or going, down to North Park to see somebody play. It's just not the same. I'm stuck watching YouTube videos of old shows.
My last show, I think, was actually with you guys. It was Kagaku Moyo.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Show. That was such a good one.
That was a good. I mean, if I was going to pick a last show,
well, it didn't feel like that at the time. You know what I mean?
They sound exactly like the album too. I was like, are they lip singing?
I just listened to that the other night.
Really?
Yeah, that album.
Oh, I turn them on all the time. Yeah,
it's amazing.
I shook the guy's hand. It was so tiny. I was afraid it was going to break his hand.
So did someone gave him a vape hit too, didn't it?
Yeah, Irma smoked some weed with him. Yeah, vape pen.
Classic Irma.
She asked him if they did any psychedelics, and they said, or when they recorded the music, and they said no, but the person that did all the artwork, maybe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we even saw, they have that Grand Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
In Escondido. So that's even open now. It's not inside completely, but it's nice because I don't know if you've ever been there. It was like a pizza restaurant before. They have kind of a courtyard.
I've seen it. Yeah.
So at least there's walls, I mean, there's no ceiling, which it didn't seem exactly the same.
They're doing DriveThru Concerts.
Concerts or comedy? Because I heard comedy.
The OCs are doing this parking lot show.
I just saw that on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. Really? And then they're releasing, you can buy a digital ticket for $3 and watch it live. But then they give limited edition T-shirt and signed stuff for more and more money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So can you actually go there?
No, it's all.
See,
digital.
That's what I was going to get at because the comedy show you're sitting. That's what we were talking about in one of the other episodes. How are you going to socially distance at a rock and roll or heavy metal show?
Well, I mean, I just saw Jay Mascis just did a socially distanced show at a place just like this, just where we're at right now. A big park area. They kind of did the circles, the whole 6 feet apart thing. It looked incredibly sad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but don't get me wrong. I mean, it was Jay Mascis in a park. I would go to see it.
I'll take it.
If it was close by.
I mean, we saw Built to Spill at Felicita Park.
Yeah.
They could have probably pulled that out.
We could.
I didn't tell you about that?
No.
They had, what was it called?
It was the Ship in the Woods Festival.
Ship in the Woods.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
And Built to Spill was the headliner.
At Felicita Park. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what was his name? Paul.
There was somebody from Black Heart Procession, right?
Yeah, the singer. It's Paul. Fuck, I can't think of his last name.
It was the guy
the
from
singer
TV.
in 3 Mile Pilot. I can't think of his last name.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody help me out. I normally know it, but anyways, but he didn't actually play there because they had a house or something like that. It was like a
there
kind
was
of an
a
art
side stage and a house. They actually have an art colony house in Felicita Park.
Oh,
Or it's
I
like
see.
right outside
And-
of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And they turned it into this whole kind of music art
Shea
kind of
Cafe
thing.
kind of vibe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
And so they pulled off. It was supposed to be like an annual thing. Yeah, the ship in the woods. Because I guess they made the house look like a big boat, something like that.
Fair enough.
Like a big ship. So it was actually really cool because it was like an art and music festival.
There was weird sound experiences. Weird. It was all like a little Burning Man-ish, like little tents with weird performance art.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It
And then they ended up just giving away free beer because the guy there's actually a lot of vendors there. But then they were like, we don't want to have to take all the because we just went on the last day. And so
you guys just walked in.
no.
Oh, cut that. Cut that.
Allegedly, I might have just walked in. Well,
Universe, no.
maybe that's why they didn't have it the next year. So I guess my bad.
Well, giving away beer, I mean, you're
Well,
asking
that
for
too, yeah.
trouble.
You helped him out.
Well, that was the thing. He was like, well, it's too
Help
much
the artist
weight to
out,
bring
yeah.
back a bunch of full kegs. So basically, whatever. And like the whole menu was like Stone, all the local, like, Cali Creamin',
Well, they
Mother
were giving away
Earth,
PBR,
Belching
they were giving
Beaver,
away good stuff.
all the good stuff.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I was like, I'll take 2
Yeah.
and 2 for her.
Can I get one for the road? please?
Yeah, 1 for the road. You fill up this thermos.
I'm walking. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the future concerts end up just being like a flaming lip show where everyone's in bubbles.
Everybody's in
Yeah.
bubbles. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, that's a great call. I almost like that better than the distance thing. You know?
I know, right?
You could
Oh,
mosh,
you
right?
bump
Yeah.
into each
You can
other.
still bump into each other. It's fine.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Probably gets really hot in there, though.
Leave it to the flaming lip.
Keep it for the a winter show.
Feel like we got this.
Yeah. I was going to say that'd be a tough summer show.
Or the animal costumes like they used to do. I'd wear that. That'd
Oh,
be
the
sick.
big inflatable ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
furry
go.
costumes. Yeah.
I don't know. The future is going to be a weird one. It's just, I've been saying for a while. I'm nervous that we maybe have seen the end of standing room only shows. And that's a terrifying prospect in a lot of ways for musicians.
yeah.
But
I don't think anybody wants to come to that realization yet, though. I think we're all in denial a
I
little
know,
bit.
and
I've had that
I'm
thought,
hoping
too.
for the best. I'm hoping for the best, but I am a bit concerned that we may have seen the end of that, and it might just be a theater seating kind of vibe with a couple seats in between or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Even after a vaccine, you think?
I mean, I
year
think-
after, 2 years after.
I think people are just going to be more
Over it?
aware of how communicable certain things are. I don't think we're going to see like a pre 9/11, post 9/11 world. It's going to be pre-COVID, post-COVID in a lot of ways.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, we're going to go back to a certain point, but how far, really? So
I think people
Yeah.
are going to rebound hard, like just orgies, like group sex,
Concert
music
slash
clubs. Yeah,
orgies.
just all the above.
Well,
Like,
that could be the best outcome if we can
Yeah.
if we can
They're
get
gonna
everybody
bounce
back to
back.
that point. Back to that level of confidence.
Well, like you were saying, Jason, like you don't like maybe it is the end to that, but it could be the beginning of something even cooler. Like
Yeah.
it could be
we don't know
more.
yet.
Could be an opportunity to do something completely different now.
It needs to be
You know?
physical, though. A Zoom concert is not doing it.
No,
It's not
no.
the same. The drive-in things are weird. I've got my mom's husband in North Carolina is a jazz guitar player and just all around hired gun guitar player, and he did a couple of the drive-in shows, and just to see him, I saw the Facebook live videos and stuff, and people honking for applause, and it's that's not the reaction you want,
No.
the visceral exchange that you want from a crowd.
Yeah.
So I do miss that.
It was almost like a natural, not natural, but it seemed like it's been going that way for a long time anyways. Like, it used to be, you'd go to a show and everybody's jumping around and, mosh pitting and stuff, and then it almost seems like everybody's just kind of standing there with their arms crossed, the last handful of years.
Energy
And
level
now
has
you're
tapered
just
off a
in your
bit.
car honking.
Energy level has definitely tapered off a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's why, but you don't see that when you would used to go to, a Great Electric Quest show at the Boer House or something like that. You do still see some crowd surfing, and you do
Yeah.
still see people
I know, and that's why it's always so
really
refreshing.
enthralled with what's going on,
Yeah.
a little less so at the bigger shows, but, just more people trying to look cool. So
Yeah. I think it's going to come back. And I think, like you were saying,
lot of
it's going to be
festivals.
more than ever. Like, people are just going to want to, it's going to be more mosh pitting, more stage diving. People are going to be like, oh, I missed that. Like, maybe it won't be as much, what do we call them? Chin scratchers?
yeah. You know what I
What'd you
bet
say?
though? We may have
Chin scratchers.
a smoking, non-smoking section, the kind of vibe of hey, if you want to be distance, we have that for you over here. But if you're trying to get down and
Yeah.
dirty, this is the section for that. Give people the
Have a little
choice.
partition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's what it should come down to. If it should be your choice, but then, I don't know. It's just hard. It's a hard thing because then if you spread it, then I guess it's not really just you're affecting. But I mean, goddamn, shows were dirty.
Yeah, I mean,
like being in a mosh pit. Like you think about how much spit you're inhaling,
you're
and
gonna
just
sign
like,
a waiver on the ticket.
You know?
By buying this ticket, you releases of all liability for anything you might catch at this show. You know.
But isn't that good for your immune system, though? You go to a show and you're absorbing all that bad bacteria from other people. It's almost like, maybe you need that for your immune system to be stronger. Like they say, little babies that they're so coddled around like everything's sanitized and stuff like that. And then like that's what they're saying with this, like all these like young kids, like people are so sanitary right now and social distancing and
can't build an immune system.
And they're staying inside, and everything, and then they're going to go back out to the world or go to school or something, and they're going to get sick with something else, even if it's not COVID.
That's very true. That's a valid point.
That's why I feed my daughter dirt every day.
That's what you got to do. That's because you're a good dad.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it comes back. I could see it.
I think a bit at a time. I think we'll see baby steps. Baby steps first, and how far we go will just depends on the sign of the times, I guess.
I think the guardrails are off after a vaccine. Like shit's just going to be. They're already trying to like full steam ahead down south, all over the place. Like the world's changing their mind too.
Yeah,
they're just saying let them die. They're over it.
You're right. I think once the vaccine hits, it'll be Wild West again, but it'll, until people have the faith in it.
I don't know which one to take, though. Like, I don't even know.
I have no faith in it. I'm not taking the vaccine.
I'm going to wait a while.
I'm saying right now, I'm not taking that vaccine.
Yeah.
Do you guys get
I'm definitely
flu
not going
shots?
first round.
Huh?
Do you guys get flu shots?
No.
I've never got one either.
Never got one either.
The sickest I've ever been is right after one, and I'm not blaming the flu shot for it, but
you should.
It was one of those. I mean, I should. Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, it made sense.
You
to
should
me.
become
and I said,
full-on anti-vaxxer.
as I am not in that target demographic for real flu danger, I'm just going to wait it out until I'm in my mid 60s.
Yeah. And I'm not like anti-vaccines. My kids had vaccines and everything, but it just seems like, because I did read something, and it was even from Fauci or whatever, and he said that they were already making hundreds of millions of doses of the vaccine before they even finished testing it. And it's like, do you think they're just going to throw that in the trash?
No, they'll do what they always do. They'll pawn it off in a third world country. That's the same thing we do with tainted AIDS vaccines and everything. AIDS, tests and everything.
Yeah, give it to Africa.
Yeah. Tainted malarial shots. Won't be the first time.
Yeah. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is I want music to come back.
All the above. I want restaurants, bars.
I did actually go to, because for Irma's birthday, we went to the Texas Roadhouse or whatever last week. And we actually sat down in a restaurant. It felt so weird.
Inside?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know. It was crazy.
It would be Texas Roadhouse.
I know. They're like, we don't give a fuck. Yeehaw.
This is Texas.
Did they make you wear a mask?
The server was actually from Texas, too. It was like, dang, they're authentic there. And she was pretty rude, too.
Did you have to wear a mask inside?
I mean, not when you're at the table.
Not when you're at the table, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tina's trying to get Henneberry, desperately pulling them into opening potentially this weekend. So,
really?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to have to...
So they haven't done anything like outdoors or anything like that?
Not this entire time. I mean, they've been selling bottles like out of the door, walk up.
Aren't they making hand sanitizer?
They still are.
That's cool.
Yeah, they still are. But what's going to happen now is they're going to have to turn part of their parking lot to an outdoor seating area and have food on site.
Oh, that's right.
No
That's part of it.
Yeah, and then
why is that though? I went to a few places. They're like, you got to buy.
It's a loophole. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Comstock?
It's like a bag of chips.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? It's by the Harbor Freight. It's like
they have
where people like bar hounds from Pounders go to die.
It's
I know
the golden
owner.
tea of Escondido. Yeah, I understand.
It's like the dive bar where dive bar drunks go to die. They're not allowed. And they 86 out of the dive bar, but. Anyways, this waitress, she looked like she was on her last. She looked like she already had COVID a couple times.
Last bowl of chili, huh? Yeah.
I know the owner of the Comstock. I used
yeah.
to go there for breakfast on the weekends.
Well, we went there because it said we were going to me and my friend Fred for to Harbor Freight to get some stuff, and it said the best Bloody Mary in town. So we went to go test that claim. They were okay, but you had to buy a hot dog. Or you had to buy food.
Yeah.
Because that's the rules.
But they
and
have
so we were like, well,
they're good.
We're like, can we split a hot dog?
No,
okay.
Per drink, right? If you're buying a drink.
No. She was like, okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
It looked like we were the 15th person to buy the same hot dog.
They're just passing it back around.
Keep
I'm
selling
not
it.
joking. I'm not even making this up. I didn't eat it. I took it home to feed to my dog.
Wow.
My dog didn't even want to. I mean, she ate it. Of course, she fucking ate it.
Yeah,
but
she
kind of looked at it for a while. Yeah.
Tries, huh? That's too funny.
And for her, that's saying something. It was like completely gray. It was like the grayest hot dog I've ever seen.
Ugh. Well, hopefully we can get a little better food at Henneberry than gray hot dogs. I think they're gonna just have.
I think you guys can.
Yeah, I think they're have their standard food trucks and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think per drink, any customer does have to order. There has to be food on the ticket at least.
Right.
On the
Yeah.
table.
I had to buy a bag of chips for $1 at one place.
That's fair.
What is that health-wise, though? Like, what the hell
what
is
does that do, though? It doesn't make any
What's the
sense at all.
concept?
No,
Buy a bag of chips for $1, and that's going to keep you from getting COVID?
No, I don't. It's like a weird leftover law. Like I'm from Virginia, and they have a similar thing where there are no just bars. You have to have a certain percentage of your sales nightly for food, and if you exceed that, you literally have to get people to start buying food to offset your liquor sales. And I mean, it's really just a drunk driving.
So you're used to it.
More than anything else, but yeah, it's very common there. And
Is that why?
Yeah, and I think
soak up the alcohol.
soak up some of that booze. You know what I mean? So maybe the concept here being like the less slosh people get, the less likely you are to bump into people, forget your mask, that kind of thing. It could be something to think about.
I guess,
But-
I never thought about that. I don't know.
I didn't think about it that far. Interesting.
Who knows?
A
I
lawyer.
don't
wrote
think
that.
politicians are that smart, honestly.
Well, I'm talking about
California.
why the law might be on the books in general for something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sounds like something they brought back that was on a book before, and they said, you know what, maybe this will apply. But if it helps restaurants open back up and get people eating again and working again, like,
Yeah.
who cares?
So when did you, wanted to ask you, so when did you move here from Virginia? I remember you kind of told me that whole story a little bit.
I moved out of Virginia in 2007. I moved here in 2009. So I guess I've been here longer than 10 years. So I'm official, like I'm a local now. And
Okay.
I can claim it.
Yeah. And so, you came here for work, or is that why you moved?
Oh, I left Virginia just for the hell of it, and I
Uh-huh.
came to San Diego for work. I had a job that was traveling. They, hooked up with them in Vegas. I went to Tucson and Wisconsin, and then they had a big project in San Diego that I knew about, which is why I went to Tucson and Wisconsin.
Okay.
And then when I got here and they continued on, I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm just going to go ahead and...
What made you kind of change your mind, like decide finally just to... So I'm always interested, like, why people just get up and just fucking move, you know what I mean?
I was 25, I was young, and I did, I always kind of had that, like, what's out there kind of vibe. I just wanted to know. I hadn't traveled extensively off of the East Coast, and I had a couple friends make the run to try to establish themselves in Las Vegas and fail pretty quickly. And I kind of was like, I think I can do better than these guys.
Maybe we'll skip Vegas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I lived there 9 months. I can't say
you did?
anything. Yeah, that was the first place I went. Just because I had a friend there to have as a roommate. But once I got there, I hated it and immediately wanted to leave.
And were you playing music back then, or no?
I was playing before I left Virginia, but not as seriously as I am now. And then in Vegas, not really at all. I started playing again pretty seriously in Tucson when I got there.
And you've always played bass, right? Or did you play guitar?
I started with guitar, but I switched to bass pretty early on.
Seems like that's usually the story.
Well, it's one of
People
those...
start playing guitar, and they're like, wait, everybody
plays guitar, yeah. And then I knew some older kids who had a band, and they were like, hey, if you get a bass, man, you can be in this band with us. And I was like, hey, that sounds like a great idea.
Like, close enough, right?
Less strings.
Yeah, and just never looked back. So
Yeah.
and that's part of the reason to want to move out west, too, is I knew music was taken a little more seriously. There was, a lot more to see and a lot more to hear, and I would just, get better if I was out here, and it was absolutely true.
Yeah, definitely.
So get out of the small pond, I guess, is the short answer.
Yeah. What part of Virginia were you from?
Portsmouth is right off of Virginia Beach, so very close to the coast, very San Diego-ish in its attachment to the Navy and, big shipyard and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So not a whole lot different other than the weather.
Yeah.
And obviously
So
the
you weren't like-
attitude of the people.
Yeah. You were like out in like the mining
No,
towns,
no,
like
and that- when I tell people
Appalachia.
when I tell people from Virginia, that's exactly what they imagine. Deep coal country, Appalachia. And that's not it at all. But I did visit there frequently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good snowboarding up there and that kind of thing. But other than that, there's no reason to go.
Did you ever see the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia?
Yeah, everyone wanted to ask me about that show. and how
I've always
and
heard
how
about
accurate it was. And yeah, no, it's absolutely accurate.
I don't know that show
it.
either.
Never heard it? That was
No.
actually like, was it Johnny Knoxville was kind of from there, or he just ended up meeting these people because he's the one that kind of.
I have no idea of the origins of that show. I just
Well, it was from Johnny Knoxville. Like made it happen.
It makes sense to me. I mean, it was just honestly, I think isn't Bam Margera from Pennsylvania or something like that? Which
I don't know.
Be relatively close to that area. So they probably knew some
people. It's a reality show or a skate show?
So from what, because I always heard about it and
Vaguely
I watched it.
reality-based show.
They just followed around these crazy freaking hillbillies up in West Virginia. And I guess I don't know exactly where, but it was like a cool town that
I haven't seen it.
Basically, all went to shit. And they were just like making a living selling freaking pills and doing meth and shit. And
very soon after the show gained some success, I think one of the main people from it died in a four-wheeling accident or something like that.
Wow.
So I mean, it wasn't. It ended just the way it should have.
His last words were, "Woo!"
It was close to it,
Wow.
But yeah, I did get asked about that quite a bit when I was on the air.
Oh yeah, that was an entertaining show.
Yeah.
Or whatever, documentary, I guess. They just followed these people around, and they didn't really have, I don't think they...
What happens when you give white trash money? It was the premise.
How'd they get money, though? They just gave it to them?
This is like beyond white trash. These people they're like, my family's been here for like a long time. And they're just going around like selling Oxycontin and stuff, like full blown, just like crazy. Like... And the mom and the daughters like doing lines of Oxycontin together, and then
there's a lot of reality TV. I'm glad I missed. I'm not missing.
Well, I don't even know if it was on TV. It was like a documentary kind of
online.
I think it had something to do with Johnny Knoxville.
No, I know for sure. He's the one. They went there, I think, to film something.
It seems like it
else.
was on like an MTV2 kind of situation.
Yeah, I think they went there to film the Jackass or something like that, and he ended up meeting these. And he's like, you know what?
We need a new Steve-O. So you're hired.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to stay off the TV as much as possible, but it's hard to avoid when you're just sitting at home not doing anything.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you planning on sticking around now that you're an official Californian? Paul?
I mean, I'm here for now. I mean, I don't think I'm not going to say I'm going to stay here forever, especially with property values like they are. But if I want to get a house, I kind of feel like I got to get a little further, either north or back east. But I'm here for the foreseeable future. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. It seems like I know more people that have moved out of California that have gotten COVID.
Really?
It's like every other day. It's like they're dropping like flies, but not. Oh man, not from COVID.
I had a friend that just moved to Oregon, and
that shit.
Dude, their house burnt to the ground.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah. A friend I played music with, the guy Devin Walker and his lady, they just moved up there. It's been a couple months, man. It has. I mean, just before quarantine, maybe these guys took off.
That's rough.
Into the fire.
Yeah. I mean, they posted the video from their doorbell, the ring video, and it just fire started.
Oh my god!
Just ate the whole neighborhood. It was insane.
What part of Oregon was it?
It was it had a weird name, Phoenix or something. Phoenix, Oregon, or
I'm not sure.
Talent, Oregon. I think it was Talent, Oregon.
Talent. I saw that town.
Yeah,
Bend.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the ones that they're saying is that town's been destroyed.
Yeah, that's rough. And then they had that one here too. Even at my house, there was ash all over my car.
Funniest thing,
East County.
Tina and I, we planned this months ago to go to Palomar Mountain and get a cabin for Labor Day weekend. We just we got to get the hell out of here for a little bit. We just want to unplug. So we go up there. We have no cell phone. We have no internet. I mean, there was 2 channels coming in from LA, but it wasn't real news for where we're at. We're just seeing the smoke just fill the valley, and we're like,
it's Alpine or something, right?
Yeah, but we're on Palomar Mountain. We don't know where the fire is because we can't get any news. So we're just seeing the smoke come in, and we're like, man, if it starts up out here, how do we know to leave?
Yeah,
right.
I just got. I live up in Awanga, and I've lived there 1 year, and they just canceled my fire insurance because they're just they canceled. They told me over 150 properties in my neighborhood, and so they're just no, you're not worth it anymore. So I had to search around. I had to get all new fire insurance, but it's going to happen here next. I could see it. There's fires.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
They're just
I was going to say, that's insane. After
you had it for a year.
Oh,
you sign a contract.
They won't renew
We're not renewing it.
They're not renewing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
they do the same thing with flood insurance in Virginia because as the area I'm from is sinking. I think I just read 3.5 millimeters a year. So like as it goes down, certain areas like, hey, now you're part of that, zone A floodplain. There goes your flood insurance. You're done. If it comes, it comes, and there goes your house.
Wow.
So
they put me on
vibe.
I'm basically on state fire welfare because no one will cover me. So there's a state program that gives me coverage.
Is that kind of like Obamacare?
No, this is
Obama fire.
They created this in the 80s after some wildfires, and it's literally like welfare for fire because it's so fucking expensive.
How much does that cost you?
My payment went up $100-something a month, so $1,200-something a year.
Wow. Well, it's better than having your whole property burned down.
But the terms are like my house better burn down. Like,
if partial burn doesn't count.
Like they cover certain, like it's very.
Hey, we'll
nuanced.
talk off. We'll talk off air.
Yeah,
make something happen. If you ever want to move, you can get a bigger house.
Deep, man, you're out there, huh?
About an hour away. I love it. It's so rural, and I can see the Palomar Observatory.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah,
I love it. 3,500 feet. It snows.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. How close is your closest neighbor? Are you like out there? Or?
I have 3 acres, so I can see neighbors within 3 acres.
I never wanted to be so far out that you can't see the neighbor. That's a little terrifying.
It's dangerous. Yeah. There's a lot of weirdos out there too. So
there's something about the altitude. We've talked about this before. We've taken like mushrooms out there, and there's some. I don't know if it's the altitude or something, but I should not have been that high a couple times now. And I was like, wow. Yeah. Maybe it's just the atmosphere because it's so quiet out there, and you hear it does remind me of Idlewild, where you just hear the wind kind of moving. Like it'll be a mile away, but you just hear it coming, and then it kind of just moves back around and goes. I love that sound.
Yeah,
last Saturday, cool. I was out, turned on my water to water my trees. Bobcat, wounded bobcat.
Oh no,
limping. I'm like, oh, do I have my phone? I don't have my phone. Run inside, get my phone. I can't find it. Where'd it go? It's wounded. Like, it has to be here. Laying underneath my pistachio tree. I got a video of it. It's
cool.
Dude.
A bobcat, man. And then I went around to tell my dad. Came back, vanished. Don't know where it went. So.
Yep, you're out there.
Yeah. Didn't you say you heard something on your screen door and it was a bat or something?
My first week, I've always had bats though. Escondido has bats.
Yeah. But I've never had one on my screen door.
They got trapped.
Didn't you see a Bigfoot one time?
Sasquatch. Yeah.
Sorry, Sasquatch.
Let's use the proper terminology here.
Sorry. No, but what was the other one you said you saw?
Deer.
Deer, but then you said you saw a kangaroo mouse with a snake chasing it.
Oh, yeah,
Something like that.
We were sitting out and the kangaroo mouse jumped and then a coach whip snake just came right. Lots of snakes.
Yeah.
I've seen dozens of snakes.
Oh, I bet.
How's your trees coming along? Your pistachio?
I'm getting ready for my pistachio harvest, about 1 month.
That's cool.
So, the birds are tearing it up though right now.
Is there anything you could do?
I hung like reflective things, tape.
Yeah.
I shot a couple of them. I have a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Nothing. They come back. They're hungry. So
you need to buy an owl.
Yeah, that owl.
I have owls too. I've seen him.
Well, what if you can't you? That's what I was gonna say. Because if you get an owl box, won't that kind of keep a lot of the rodents and different things away?
It would help.
Isn't that why people do that? It
would help. Yeah. But,
well, man, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, dude, no problem. Thanks for having me at your park.
This is our park outdoor podcast studio.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'll take this studio any day.
Any day, man. Yeah, it's usually a little mustier in a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, guys. I'd love to be back anytime.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
Cool.